Hello everyone, welcome again. Now I want to talk about happiness. Happiness, we all want happiness, right? But in life, sometimes we feel happy, sometimes we feel suffering. That is life. In life, happiness and suffering do exist. But we don't want suffering, we want happiness. So to be happy, what do we need? Do we need to have everything we want in life to be happy? So I would like to tell you a story. There was a very rich man, but he was not happy with his life even though he was very rich. So one day he decided to renounce the world, and he went to a forest and became an ascetic, practiced meditation in the forest. After a while, he attained the 8 jhana. Jhana is a concentration of the mind, kind of meditation. And when you attain the concentration of mind, you feel real happiness. And after a while, later, he became the master of 500 ascetics. And he and his disciple together, they continue living in a forest, practice meditation. And when the rainy season comes, they could not continue living in a forest. They need to find a place to stay. So he and his disciple, they went to Varanasi country, and they stay in the royal park. And they receive food and hospitality from the king. And during the rainy season, he and his disciple together, they continue meditation and living in the royal park. And after the rainy season, the master went to the palace to inform the king that they are going back to the forest. But the king said to the master, "Vananava sir, you are very old now. It's not suitable for you to go back and live in a forest. But for your disciple, as they are still young, they can go back and live in a forest. But for you, I want to request you to continue living in my royal park." And the master accepted the king's invitation. And then the master returned to his disciple, and he instructed his elder disciple to become the leader of the other. And then his elder disciple and with other students, they go back to the forest, and the master continue living in the royal park. In the forest, the elder disciple who was living in the forest for some time, one day he wanted to see his master again. So he gathered his students there, and he said, "My students, you all continue practice meditation diligently. For me, I want to meet our master again. So I will go to the Varanasi and meet our master, and then I will come back." After saying like that, he left the forest and he went to his master. When he arrived at the master, he paid respect to the master and have a talk. And then he lay down beside the master, nearby the master. And at that time, the king also came to visit the master. And when the king arrived at the master, paid respect to the master and sat down at one side. But the visiting ascetic, the elder disciple, even though he aware that the king had come, he did not get up to pay respect to the king. He continued lying down beside the master and saying, "What great happiness, what great happiness," like that. So the king thought, "I am the king of the country, everybody respect me, and this visiting ascetic did not get up and pay me any respect." So the king was not happy about that. Then the king complained to the master, "Venerable sir, this visiting ascetic may be very lazy one. He eat too much. Now he's sleeping and saying, what happiness, enjoying his life. Maybe he is very lazy and he eat too much." The king complained like that. Then the master replied to the king, "Sire, please don't say like that. This ascetic When he was younger, he was a great king like you. But when he was a king, even though he had everything, he never feel happy, he never feel satisfied. Even though he had a lot of soldiers guarding him, he never feel safe. He never feel happiness like he is experiencing right now. That's why when he lying down, he remember his past life as a king, so much worry, so much fear. And now as an ascetic, even though he have very little thing, he is very happy and very safe. That's why he said with great feeling, what happiness, what a happiness, like that. Then after hearing the explanation from the master, the king was very satisfied and the king went back to his palace. This is the end of the stories. So, in life, to be happy, we don't need to have everything. We see in the world, poor people are suffering because they don't have enough food to eat. They don't have enough clothes to wear, and they don't have enough place to live. That's why poor people are suffering. Is it only poor people are suffering? No, rich people are also suffering because they have too much and they worry they will lose their properties. They had too much to worry. That's why rich people are also suffering. Why we are suffering? When we look at the elder ascetic, when he was as a king, he was not happy, not satisfied with his life, even though he had everything. But as an ascetic, very simple life, live in a forest, he was very happy. You see, the big lesson is to be satisfied with what you have in life. To be happy, you don't need to have everything in life to be happy. You see, people desire. We want one thing, we try to get it. When we got it, we are not satisfied with that one. We want to get another, and we try to get another. After we got it, we still not satisfied. As long as we are not satisfied with what we have suffering in life. That's why the Buddha said, desire is like drinking seawater. The more we drink, the more thirstier we feel. That's why to be happy, we need to be content with what we have. We need to be happy with little thing we have. The more desire, the more you feel suffering. The less desire, the happier you will feel in life. That's why to be happy, you don't need to have everything. Happiness is not outside. Happiness is inside. Don't find happiness from outside. Find happiness from inside, from your heart. Because happiness is a state of mind, a state of pleasant feeling. That feeling is in your heart. Thank you so much, and may the Triple Gem bless you.